What's up, world? Welcome to episode 6 of the Entourage podcast. Tonight we have a GC topic for you guys, and I'll have the gentlemen introduce themselves before we get right into it.
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man Alex again, representing Manchester United. And indeed, I have the Cavs jersey on. Go King James!
Harry! Hey, this is your boy AG from Honolulu, Hawaii. Hey, I know it's been a long time, but I'm back. Somebody has here.
Yeah. Something. All right, Busan for Mama Tia, one and only Jason repping Jersey. Yeah.
It's your boy Manny Q, rapping from Jersey, Brick City.
Over here, it's Kwame JJ, boy. I think this is my first time joining. Hopefully, this is a nice topic.
Whoa. Hey, this is Mystical from VA.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen, for that intro. Okay. So we're going to get right into the topic. So the question is, or the topic for tonight is, why is it that when young people go abroad or come to the U.S. and other parts of the world, and they gain all the knowledge, they go through college, they get the degrees and so on and so forth, why don't they go back home to their motherland to help out? Why? What's the problem?
Okay. Shithole.
I guess I'll get the ball rolling. So I woke up today enjoying the nice weather of the spring in the United States of America, the greatest country in the whole world. And then I come here trying to talk about something meaningful. And you guys are bringing me this stupid topic. Like, are you guys here? Come on, man. I could have used my day for better, man. Okay. I mean, for me, I think it's more about the horror stories that I've heard. I like other people trying to go back and help, and they've been stopped like in their tracks even before they even try to attempt any type of developmental or trying to help people in the country. So I think that's mainly the reason why I haven't even thought about like trying to go back or anything. So because I've heard many stories of people going back, either the government stops you from even progressing, or your own people like try to get money from you. The issue with corruption and all those kind of stuff. So I actually haven't even thought about going back for it because I won't hear me start.
Okay.
I think my observation though is that a lot of people, they try to go back, but Ghanaians, we have this mindset or mentality that when you travel, they put you on a high pedestal, right? Everybody is like, oh yeah, you're the best because they think you've left the nation. But when you come back, we have this kind of stigma that, so you would think that it would make sense for you, because we always tend to think that you travel abroad or overseas to kind of gain knowledge or understanding, because it's supposed to be that side of the world that everything is better there, right? And so with whatever you've gained, you try to bring it back home. They look at you like, you think you know it all, everything that you want to do, they want to do. The thing is, the people are not willing to change. The people are not willing to learn new things. And with you trying to go help out, they take it the wrong way. They think that you're taking over or you're stealing what it's supposed to be for them. But you're looking for the betterment of the nation. You're looking out, trying to help each and everyone so that we can all benefit. But into my things that is part of the reason why I'm out for go back home, because or I'm out for back say, oh, the people are not ready to accept the change. That's what it is.
Okay, nice. So let me play the devil's advocate here for 1 second, okay? Is it necessary or is it a must that, when young people come abroad, they have to go back and give back? Is it a must? And if I believe some of you go back and give back. If you can speak from your perspective, so we can get an opposite view.
Yeah. Let me chime in, right? So I'll make it a little bit personal. So I came here 2012. So when I told people when I came here, I was during my formative years, right? So I came here when I was probably 23-ish. Like all that I know as an adult is the US. If I decide to go back to Ghana, I would literally have to start off fresh because my mates are probably like they are mature, they're probably mid-year in their career and all that stuff. So it takes a lot for someone like me to go back home and start fresh. So I've personally decided that I only go when I'm sure that worst case scenario, if whatever I try to start back home fails, like I have something I can always fall back on. So that's probably the reason why I'm still here. But as to whether we should go to your question, Malcolm, I believe home is always home, man. Like no matter how long you stay here, especially for me since I grew up in Ghana, so did undergrad in Ghana, home is always home. Home will always be home. So I'm definitely going, and I hope we all get to go there.
And quite frankly, if you go back right now, we won't see, so there's no point in going right now.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. So I want to hear from AG in particular because
I'll wait for Q and AG to go, and I'll come back.
I want to hear from AG because I know he gives back in Ghana. He has a program going on in Ghana. So I want to hear from his perspective and why he chose to do that.
So one of the biggest things, right, is it's not a must to go home, but Yansha said you are here enjoying all these resources and everything, right? So America does not just woke up and just became one big a whole biggest, like Alex Guy, the greatest nation on earth. America just did not become that. But it took a lot. It took a lot of people like going outside. Even Mitt Romney and all these guys, even Trump, they have businesses outside U.S. where they make money and they bring it back into the country. And that's one thing that I believe can help us. But the market in Ghana is not ready for the youth here. The market is not ready. It's not fully developed. It's like if they are willing to change and they're willing to see from the perspective of progress that the youth have, and they are going to go back. So what is here? Go back, you start something and we still stick to this. Oh, yeah, now yeah, they like being stuck to that old system of things, but we're progressing and we need to change. But why I give back is because I feel like everybody needs that opportunity to grow. Everybody needs that change in their life to help them out, to actually put them into certain situations and certain platforms progressing to do a lot. So it's not forced, but for me, it's highly recommended to go back.
Okay. So I want to hear from Manny Q because I know he's with his profession, right, and everything that he does here in the U.S. Manny Q, do you think it will be beneficial to people in Ghana?
At this point right now, at this point right now, I don't think it's it's something that people see the importance of being mental health or mental health services.
That's why they need it more.
Yeah, right. So hopefully, it would be great. It's a dream that hopefully it'll be something where it's brought to attention, and then people start taking it serious in the future. So at this point right now, no. Hopefully, it'll be in the future. But as far as moving back, just hearing everyone talking, the first thing that just came to my mind is like, how am I gonna pay my loans?
Yeah.
So it's like,
how
am I gonna pay my loans, my student loans and stuff, right? So I think it's possible. I've seen people do it personally. They've moved back. They're living life more than we are here. So I think it's possible if you just you sit down and create a very, very long plan. It's possible, but I don't think it's advisable to just get up and like, all right, I'm moving to Ghana or I'm moving to whatever country and I'm gonna start off fresh over there. So yeah, and I mean, there's a lot that the country has to do too, because that traffic, man, is ridiculous.
You got a long way to go, man.
That traffic alone will kill your mood for the whole day. So there's a lot that the country itself needs to do before it can attract more young people to move back, because I see a lot of great potential, and I know everyone or anyone who goes to Ghana here and there can attest that there's a lot of potential in the country.
So how about you, Mystical? What do you think?
Me personally, I think it's a waste of time, to be honest. Because
How about bullshit?
you can't help a country that don't want to help itself. Like the mentality of people don't book Jimmy. Like like because in order to help them, they have to take the first step into helping themselves. And to walk over, it will be an easy transition from you to help. Now, I recall be at just out of stupid jealousy. Almost Ghana for you about with a positive mindset, say, oh, maybe I am a memory call for near Jane or there be. Obin or the question chain, like the thing you are doing is like they have to do something to get you off your game. So maybe I don't know, maybe in the next 30 years after I'm paying for when they all die,
But the problem is they're grooming.
By the time Jimmy Crossing.
Yeah. So that's
I have a question, right? So I think a common theme that I'm hearing from all of you guys is fear, right? Mm-hmm. Like, because Jason mentions the fear of the unknown, and you mentioned, Mystical, you mentioned like jealousy, right? And someone just killing you.
That mentality.
And okay, and Manny Q also mentions the fact that how is he gonna pay his suit? So I see. So would you say fear would be a big factor in why people don't go back to help their countries? And if it is, then is there a way out of it, or it's just what it is?
I think it's not fear. It's like it's the education, like the way the people are brought up, and they should be thought of differently. Like common sense.
I think it's not even it has nothing to do with fear. I think it's mainly the mindset.
Yes.
The people's mindset need to change. They have to be ready to accept a change. They have to understand the fact that what we have back home is not the same as what we have here. And so whatever that is on the Western side, it's supposed to be better. And people from the Western side, when they come back home, or if we're coming home, we're not coming to brag. We're coming because we've experienced a different culture. Us living here, our lives will never be the same as living back home. It's in whatever we've come here to learn, and that's what we're bringing back home. So they have to be ready to accept that. That's the first step, but they're not willing because they're looking at it on the other side. That's what causes the fear. They're looking at it at you're coming to take over whatever they have, or you're going to come show off. You're going to come show off that.
And Christianity, religion, that too, religion.
So it's not. I don't think it's really fear.
Yeah, I don't think it's fear either.
Fear.
If I looked at from my lenses, so probably more along the lines that it's just not knowing what it will end up being, that uncertainty bit. And something I find interesting though is like you have people who move here, go to Ghana, and then they end up acting the same way that people in Ghana act. It's amazing. Like,
it's a black hole. It's a black hole. It's suck.
See win. Too.
Yeah, comes out.
Yeah.
There's something
amazing.
There's something fundamental.
There's some natural forces be at work, actually. It's hard to overcome.
So let me say this. This is another thing too. The structures that are put in place.
Resources, no.
Like no, it's not even that. The checks and balances, punishing people who do bad stuff. Everything of that sort, is taken out. So a doctor can sit in the office and tell you, say, you pay him money before he can check you out in a hospital. That's wrong.
We've accepted things
the way it is.
The nation, something that is supposed to be somebody's job, we have to pay them for.
Right. So everything
is so normalized
in the service, especially in the service industry, is broken. Like you go to like let's say DVLA to license your car. Somebody wants you to pay them for something that you're trying to do right.
So pretty much you want
to pay behind the door to do, like, the whole system is so broken. It's like every time you're trying to leave here, because the system is so right over here, and then you get in there, you're like, what the hell is happening here? So, the first day you step your foot in there, you're already broken because everything is so wrong.
Once that breeze hit you from the airport, you
I mean, I did youth no mugu make up ne party nkwana do money so.
That's not their fault though. The thing is, what else can you do? Because if you're a teacher, right? If you're a teacher and it takes you 6 months to get your stipend, what else are you supposed to do? You have to get a job that pays you on the spot.
That's kind
of once I do your makeup, I get the money and go home. But if you're it takes you a whole year to get your pay. That is so, like, everything, the system is so broken. That's why I said there's no point of me going back. Because
time and resource, money.
At the end of the day, Africa or anywhere, they need a president that is not in for votes. Like, the first 4 years, you strip everything down and lose the election the next 4 years. That's the only way. But if you trying to make your political party popular, there's no way you can make changes in Africa. It's not going to happen.
Nope.
Because once you tell somebody, hey, you can't open a church today, you tell the church members not to vote for you. So it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not going to work. And getting back to what KD was saying is that home is always home. Charlie, home is where you make it. I don't care what anybody says. If I don't get plantain in this country, not mac and cheese, na media, and today, like, it makes no sense to me that the way I have to say, because if the country is not willing to help themselves out,
why should I? Yeah.
Like, the thing about Argentina is more about charity, and that one, anybody, we can all. That's one thing that we can all like chip in and do very well.
Why would you do charity then? There's no point doing charity.
Wait, guys. Okay, so I'm glad Alex you brought up that point, because I need to hear from Ajenkwa. Ajenkwa, why did you feel the need to go back home? Because you know that even here in America, there are kids who they are underprivileged kids here in America. So why did you choose Ghana? I know you're from Ghana, but why?
So you know how now Alex was talking about all this education, they need education, they need all these platforms and stuff. Malcolm will be a common dinner.
They don't care.
Say when you see. So what do you say? It begins with that basic needs, you know. Like recently, what we did was we did a health insurance for over 200 people in the country. And it's sad to say that thing was roughly like almost $800, $900. So 200 people. You see, into all these things, you know, it's like, there is no way you can educate them on another level because they're still thinking about their basic stuff. It's where we need to start. Because Mimi said, I feel like most of the churches have enslaved the people in the country. enslaved a lot of people because oh, nipa na mo aduane di. Omo aduane di oka just say Nyankopon na de ba ya. And no, I know you've believed it. Oh, will be accommodate o Charlie. Everything.
That's the problem. Poverty, man.
Well, it's one of the things that we need to let people know. Say, being suffering, no, it's not because of certain things. Anything else that when you break on your uncle. So, nipa na but to make change, which will eventually help, right? Madam,
Yeah, we need a president like 4 years.
Exactly.
Everything.
One of my boys did project management. And I'll go back to Ghana. Juma, guess what? Okoye, right? There was a lot of things that was wrong, processes and stuff. Okoye was changing it. It was going to lay off about 40 people in the company. So
you go before we go.
Exactly. So if it is like that,
you wasting my time, Uncle. Come and give me.
How are you going to do it? Today, I feel like charity is the biggest thing now.
We cannot do it. Yeah.
No cry. UNICEF knew when you cry. If they go there, cry penny for the leaders, they take the money and eat it. No more muguas in bread. Charlie, exactly. I say like until if Nyame or party until Sobebano.
Bro. Okay, so KD, I know you're the only person who's mentioned so far that you would want to go back home.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I believe. So my issue is I believe Ghana and Africa as a whole, we need our own solution. Like for the longest time, we are trying to copy the West, and that's been our issue. Like we have presidents. Why do we have presidents? We don't even know. We have MPs. You don't know why we have MPs. Like we need to come up with our solution. I don't necessarily think that Ghana would be what we want it to be in our lifetime, but then we can start the process. I haven't given up on Ghana.
Yeah.
I don't think that people there want to be in the positions they are. I mean, everybody would like to live well, but like Alex said, there are no structures. It starts from somewhere. We'll begin with you and me, though. Would I want to do it now, move to Ghana? Probably not, because I know that I'm not.
Wait. One thing you said you want to be the worst here. To be the best, you need to be the best. The MPs, they are all in the right places to do the right thing. But the thing is, they are not doing what they are actually supposed to be in their position. Okay,
Manny Q, what do you say about this? KD, hold on 1 second.
Specifically what?
I'm sorry?
Specifically what?
I'm saying about you, because you also said that with your career, right? You think at some point, you would be able to take it back to Ghana, right? So would you, like, if you had the opportunity, would you do it, right? And why? Even if you think, say, like maybe the potential of it going sour, or like someone coming to step in and just trashing your business and in its entirety, like why would you still want to take that risk?
I think if I have the right resources and I have the right support, I would definitely do it. Like you said, there's going to be that negativity. Someone will try to like pull you down or mess up your whole vision and stuff. But if that's what you really want to do, if that's your passion, if you see the end goal, maybe your vision is so different from somebody else, it's not gonna matter. Like if someone's gonna, of course, there's gonna be bumps in the road. Right. I mean,
that's the problem.
Yeah, you just have to. You just gotta fight through and be creative and try to get the people to understand where you're coming from.
It's up to fighting alone and it's about dying.
I think we cannot fix the issues of the country. Like Katie said.
But Jason, you don't believe that even if we get 1,000 Ghanaians who are rightfully educated and we say, okay, we're going to form a team. Let's go to Ghana and let's try to put things in place. You think it's never going to work?
How come? Don't you think those things exist already?
There is. That's called. It's called
Can I
all that stuff.
real quick? If that 1,000 people, it has to include people that are there at the moment. It can't just be 1,000.
It can't just be us.
No, but I'm just saying, like, just think about it, right? Let's say, okay, there's a need that arise in Ghana, and then they say we need 1,000 Ghanaians, right? From different backgrounds, maybe 50 IT, 50 in banking, like different people to go to Ghana and just set a foundation or a standard for the country to run on. You think it's not gonna work?
How much are they paying? Because I'm not going for free. I don't care.
No, the thing is, we have to get the people to understand this, Malcolm.
Yes.
The people's mindsets is like this, like common basic needs to say hospital facilities. People, they rejoice because, Yababisi Hospital, Mahama Hospital, almost say of Dubai. A common hospital now is supposed to have a bed there. It's supposed to have these things now. People are excited about it. It's look at this mindset alone.
Traffic
already.
Stop sign.
That's what I was gonna say, Prince. Like
Traffic. Yo, the stop sign. Almost to 2 days. I don't know what to for scraps.
You don't care about no
like your mindset
but then see, the thing is, like America is over 200 years old. Ghana is literally 60 years old. I mean, let's
stop with that argument. The country reference is it Malaysia or something? They are like 15 years old.
No, but the Malaysia is different because they had.
It's different, saying.
Wait, it's different because something part of the West coming.
Ghana is
something.
10 regions. All resources. Now with the disc deal, okay, also Malaysia is different. More better resources.
We have mosquitoes. We have bauxite. We have gold. We have butterflies. We have houseflies.
Ghana should be aware it is right now.
Well, there's no doubt about it, though. There's no doubt about it. But I mean, like I said, I don't think I made that point clear, though. I feel our underlying issue is we are trying to copy the West. That's our issue. We are trying to be what we are not. I have our standard.
KD, let me step in real quick. Okay? You say we're trying to copy the West, but we allowed the West to exploit us in a way. So how
what do you mean by we allow them? I mean, if you are forced,
okay, so
pointed in your face.
I remember
Ghana is better. I'm fight, then they run away.
Gun.
KD, if you are trying to copy the West, would you want to still live in a mud house?
Yeah.
Then all this building.
That's my issue, though. So
copying.
Before that, we love mud houses, though.
Wait, you don't know where you could benefit from a mad house, though.
Oh,
so what are the?
No, it's true though.
We don't know what our solution would be.
Mad houses are cool, like air conditioned, natural one.
Not true. I mean, we don't know what our solution could have been. They were living old too. It's just.
Okay, all right. So
my thing is start education. Now, see free education, but you can't call many community baby money. I class 8 hours. Class 8 hours.
Fundamentals are wrong.
Like the best how the country is run. Like it needs a whole do-over. But
okay, so guys,
first of all, give people where they can dispose of waste. People can they don't know where to go and shit.
No, in a beach and swimming fish are on them.
Okay, guys. So here's the thing: we're gonna have people who are watching this podcast, right? and there are going to be people who perhaps are planning to go back home to do something, or to start up a business, to start up a company that would grow and change, certain things about the country. So I want to start with Alex. What would be your advice to that person?
Oh, okay. So I've said this many times. Like, the first way we can solve our problem in Africa is sanitation. As a very media, I believe in Christ, and it says cleanliness is next to godliness.
Amen.
If the space you are in is not clean, you can never think right. On roadside, not sense be buffer wajima. All the senses you have in your mind will vanish. So a clean place gives you the opportunity to think right. But when I'm not sent to be obi fish, obi being a motor, you are not going anywhere until until we solve sanitation. I don't think Africa will be right.
Yep.
Okay. So I think that based on Malcolm's question, whoever that is willing to go back home to try and change something, I think you should be ready. You should prepare yourself that you should be ready for the culture shock. You should go with the mindset that people are not going to just buy into whatever that you think you're bringing.
Data too.
And my advice is don't go.
Yeah, I'll say good luck. I'm also trying number one. Teacher.
The thing is, you can go. Like we said, we can all start from somewhere. But we cannot change the country overnight. And I think that's not the goal that we want here. But the little that you can do, you can do. But no crumple, no. It takes a very dedicated person to do. Because the way now in Suba and Tiana, right, we'll easily just get pissed off. Because there's certain things, like to say, what would you airport? Easter. Like, so
do your job.
You're asking for.
The thing is, exactly, with Jumano, you go clock in.
Don't make them. Don't pay them.
Whether they
The problem.
Still, why am I paying you for you doing your job? It's your job, But because it's not hatching, in that mindset, no matter what, everything will piss you off.
Yeah, but let me.
Okay, let me hear from Mystical.
Well, here, let's take for December now. Every Ghana near what to Chrome High or Sinaj field, when they go back, what do they do? From December 17 to January 8. Party back to back to back to back to back to back.
Holiday, man.
We don't do shit in the country. GDP and her hand by one poem, no cotton Hennessy bottles. Now I'm a class of me, to me, kind of Jama, probably, and I'm a Ghana, I'm a wall. But give me, so if someone so nobody says, good luck. So I want
to hear from AG, then Manicu, then KD last.
Hey, Mystical, yeah. I mean, all jokes aside, regardless of what the guys go back to do, they put money into the system. So,
Hennessy
bottles, say 20,000, all those money, man. All black. Hey, they're still helping the people down there.
It goes right back to the club owner who doesn't invest anywhere, or they show more.
Okay, so AG, what are you saying? Should people who want to go back?
For me, right? If you want to go back, good luck. It's going to be tough.
Yeah,
it's going to be very tough. But if you do your research right, and if you actually hit all the nooks and crannies of everything, and you hit all the wickets right, you can actually succeed in certain ways. But there are certain things that the country doesn't have a market for it. But and don't be so overwhelmingly surprised if it doesn't work for you. Right now, no, there are only certain things that can work down there.
No, sorry.
I'll tell the politicians that if you are in the position of power, Master Munjai Jimmy.
Yes,
That's the point. Let's hear from
the budget, but we don't see nothing.
Let's hear from Manny Q.
Every year we manifesto.
Just real quick, I think, like I said before, there are people I know personally that have gone back, are successful.
They'll be back.
People that are planning on going back. So it's all about planning. Like, you know,
they'll come back.
If you said they know an MP.
Possibly, maybe we gotta call some MPs to get some connections.
Nepotism.
And then the sad part about this is that these MPs and people in power in the nation, they do travel. They notice a lot of things that they can use to influence the nation. But because everyone is so idle, nobody cares. People are not willing to accept any changes. You know, they don't go do anything to implement, you know, to help their country develop any better. So, you know, like
Jason, I don't mean to cut you, but I want Manny Q to finish his.
Oh, I mean, just like, what was I saying? Yeah, you just have to plan, to be honest. Maybe you might want to go a few times before you actually decide that, all right, this is it, I'm going to move. Yeah, it's going to take you, I would say, like at least 5 years, a 5-year plan before you really decide.
Okay.
All
right, KD.
Oh, so what I would say is just be passionate about whatever you want to go change. Like Manny said, plan it out. I mean, I always look up to this guy, the guy who started Ashasi, right?
Who's that?
He went with something particular to do, and he's reformed that part. Like, if you talk to anyone who went to Ashasi, you just know how different their mentality is. I mean, it's not easy. It's going to be very difficult. But then it's down to you realizing that the change that you are making, it's probably in your small corner. People might not see it, but then once it comes to fruition, people would know it, and then you change Ghana and make Ghana better. So yeah. Okay. Forget Mr. Guy and Alex. These people are
I say how I see it.
Ghana, motherland.
Yeah, all right. Just gonna wrap everything up. So thank you guys so much for all your inputs, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please subscribe to our channel, leave comments, leave questions whatsoever, and we'll do well to maybe have a session that will answer all those questions. So we'll stay tuned and catch you on the next episode. Subscribe.
All right, Tifo. So and then the word for the night is December 2019. Yes, you're baby. Yeah, the bottles, we are about America. I enjoy it.